아. 마이크 테스트. 아. Hello. I am Amy. Currently, I'm based in the UK. Yes, lockdown tier 4. Again, third time, I'm going crazy. Today, I would like to talk about my UXUI self-studying journey. And first, I started my UX studying since last year March, which is gonna be the proper studying, Well, I should say I have been in this industry and studying for almost like 10 months. Yeah, close to like 1 year. And during these months, self-learning, I tried to do a lot of like UX UI daily challenge with especially Adobe XD, because that was the main tool that I'm using right now, and I started to study that too. Done 3 different big UX UI case study. The one I feel really confident to show to others like publicly is already on Medium platform, and uploaded on the Bootcamp, which is the name of the publication is Bootcamp. It's a subsidiary publication of UX Collective, which is quite famous in this industry, and they have like 40,000 followers. And let me see how many claps I have right now. It is 10-minute read. I uploaded last year, November 23rd. I have 2 replies and 83 claps. Not bad. The self-studying part. So ever since I designed, I don't know how to set up my own self-studying design curriculum, I've always tried to start with reading. Because I lack of knowledge of UX UI industry, I read bunch of case studies and bunch of other like career changing journeys, such as like the title, which is how I got the first job in big tech company in San Francisco without working experience, like how I got my first job, how I got my first proper freelance without design background. These kind of articles are so useful and helpful, and it actually gives me a lot of encouragement to look forward and go towards to my goal. Actually, being a UX UI designer professionally, you need to actually, except for the reading, you need to actually do something about your UX case studies by yourself. So I'm talking about the real case studies. Simply I just started with the redesign. Because to be honest, at that time, whenever I just started develop my skill set, which is quite a junior level, I definitely couldn't do the setting up the whole journey, like setting up brand identity of that logos and having a design systems from the typography to the color palette and the whole new persona and user flows and wireframes and prototyping. I casually started with pulling out some flaws from other products. I think it's a little bit easier than you do from the scratch. At that time, I was just got into the UK, and I was quite interested in the fashion industry and especially e-commerce. I saw one brand which is online only retailer brand in UK, which is quite famous. Website is quite okay, but mobile application was so horrible to use. I'm sorry, no offense, but it was rough and tough. Tough. It was tough, trust me. I spent like more than 1 month of doing the redesign, but at the end I just knocked over the whole initial design and the initial research that I've done so far for my case study, and just delete the whole like case study summary. Anyway, I redid it because I thought that well, I should do better. I would have done better than this from the research, like emphasize and design and prototyping, wireframing, user testings, and blah blah blah. Yes, the whole. Right now, like looking back, I thought it was worth it. I have one proper UX case studies that I would definitely upload to my portfolio website in the future, and I had some like usability testing with my friends and family, and I don't know how to like find other people who is proper using this website and mobile applications. I still remember how proud of myself after hit the submit button of the Medium article at the first time and uploaded my articles and published on the bootcamp publications. It was so amazing at the first time. But I soon know that it is not the end. It is endless. So the right next day I started the new project. So my whole daily journey would be like started to reading on Medium articles, of course, that I followed. I usually average read like 5 to 10 articles per day and write down some important things that I learned from those articles on the Excel sheet, which is called my master sheet. I record every single thing that I done on that day about UX/UI design, studying on there. I found myself, I always forget something that I've learned so easily, like a goldfish. I don't know why. Maybe my brain is too small to like fill up those knowledge. And in my afternoon UX studying time, I started to do my own projects, which is my own UX case studies. As you already realize that I am not really good at speaking in English. Me, no English. I'm not a native English speaker. I haven't been in Western countries in my life. Well, I've been to when I was very baby, like 2-year-old. And I only studied my English like other people, like in Korea since elementary school till now. Well, I extremely studied English very hard when I was in university in Shanghai. Anyway, back to the point. In the first period of studying UX/UI, I kind of realized you cannot really find a decent UX/UI curriculum in Korea, contents or courses with like written or recorded in Korean. I couldn't find any sources in Korean when I searched in the past, like 2020. Even now, I cannot really find any like Korean UX communities or UI communities. Yeah. So if you are Korean and who knows about these like sources, communities, and please let me know. I really like to join. So I started to look into those English articles. I had no choice. All was so hard to learn. For me, I need to spend like more than 50% of my whole time to figure it out what that means. What is that like word or terms mean? So on and on and on and on and on. I have a lot of things to like search it out my Korean English dictionary. So generally I need to always open up another tab for searching the Korean meaning of a specific English word. I'm quite envy and jealous of those people who is like ABK, BBK, American-born Korean and British Korean, so that they don't have any difficulties to understand naturally, any difficulties to understand like English words like me. They just understand what it is like naturally without any more like hurdles to overcome, that they don't really need to search it out. What is that meaning in English, right? As far as now, I'm quite satisfied by my learning journey, but sometimes I am deeply in anxiety and some kind of imposter syndrome so much. I didn't even know what is the imposter syndrome in the past, but yeah. I know one thing, that I need more human communications and feedbacks from other experts to ease these negativities in my mind and feelings. If you have any sort of UX/UI design communities or people, the group of people you are in or know, preferably I can get right into that community right away, not waiting in a line with other 18,000 people, like other Slack communities. It is so hard to get in. Thank you for watching my self-learning journey, and if you like it, please leave the comment and also push the like. Bye.